I don't want you to enter in 2025 with the same level of English fluency which you are having right now. I don't want you to regret in 2025 that why I have not upgraded myself to give to yourself a flawless fluency in 2025. For that, you have to start working now, and that's why before entering in the month of October, I came up with the 3 months plan. It's our authentic self, and that we have decided we are going to become a prominent, proficient and in communication. And it's not that we are jumping on that doing the things which others are doing. No, somewhere this communication English language is our need and is our purpose, is our passion. Somewhere it's our likes and it's our passport. Hi everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. In this today's video, I will tell you the authentic plans, authentic learnings, so you will not do formality. So before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons and latest videos on my channel, and please like the video and share it with your loved ones and who wants to improve their English speaking skills before entering in 2025. So coming back to the topic that we should upgrade our fluency before entering in 2025, because somewhere on the name of learning we do formalities. So no formalities anymore. If you really want effective results, and that's what the prominent speaker do, and the result will be completely dependent how genuinely, how consistently you are going to follow the guidelines. I'm not going to talk about listening, speaking, reading, writing, which I have already talked a lot in my other videos, guys. Okay, but still there are certain activities which we have to take from LSRW as well, like 1 or 2 activities, right? Because these are required. Last thing, I don't want you to complain after 3 months that I have not gotten result yet. I have done everything. That's why I want you to implement, right? Because I am making this video for implementation, not only for listening purpose. So let's begin with point number 1. Alright, so the point number 1 is consumption, immersion, active and passive listening. Guys, these things are all about your mind training in these 3 months. When I talk about active listening, don't get confused. There are a couple of steps I will tell you which you have to follow in this active listening. So point number 1 is choose your favorites. When I talk about favorites, so listen one thing very carefully, guys. Minimum you have to choose 2 or 3 people on YouTube, and maximum you have to choose 5. Alright, people on YouTube. You are going to listen to these people only for 3 months, and you are going to listen to these 3 peoples or 5 peoples multiple times. And how it's going to help you, I will mentioning some benefits there here. So you have chosen your favorites, minimum 3 or maximum 5, right? And let me know in the comment section to whom you are going to listen your favorites. All right, so now let's move for the point number 2 in active listening. When I talk about active listening, it's not that you have to put your earphones and you are just going anywhere. No, I have said I have to put your phone in front of you. Okay, I will be telling you for how long you have to put your phone in front of you, and you have to listen to that person actively. How that person is making eye contact, what vocabularies this person is using, how this person is framing sentences, how this person is constructing sentences. See, you are going to observe everything. And now if you think you are going to observe 10 people or 12 people in the very same way, no, you can't do that. If you want to open subtitles, here you can open, and I would say open subtitles, the more you are going to divide your attention. Okay, in a particular video, let's suppose you are watching, so you are using eyes, you are listening, you are using ears. Okay, at that the same time you are just focusing on subtitles, you are even using your brain. If you think you are completely fine, you don't want to watch them with subtitles, all right guys, you can listen to them without subtitles. If you are going to listen 2 to 3 personalities for this upcoming 3 months multiple times, okay, and I am telling you, after 3 months guys, you will get their 30 to 40% of vocabulary, and automatically it will become active on your tongue, and you will start framing sentences like them, and you will start talking like them, and you will start sounding like them. I experience this magical thing every time. So I would say, if you have not started active listening for 30 minutes at the first 20 to 30 minutes, and if you have to already started listening in English, then I would highly recommend you can go for 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour and 1.5 hour active listening. You have to do both active and passive. All right, now what is passive listening? Passive listening is something when you will take your earphones and you will put in your ears. You do not need to sit at a particular place, because most of the time we do not have that much free active listening, right? You can do for less period of time, but passive listening you can do over time. So what is passive listening? When you are not sitting exactly the way you sit for active listening, okay, but you put your earphone, whether you are going for your office or you are coming from your office or a school or college, baking, or you are just baking chapatis at your home, or you are baking preparing bread, or you are just cooking food, or you are serving food, or whatever you are doing, because these household chores or whatever day-to-day activities we have been doing for a quite long, all right, and it is in our subconscious mind. We do not eat without any attention, right? So here you are going to do kind of multitasking, and you are going to listen as much as you can. Sometimes your attention will go here and there, it's okay, let it be guys, because this time you are not listening actively in this way, you are just training your subconscious mind. And when it comes to passive listening, here you have to remember one thing guys, listen even when you don't feel like listening, listen even when you don't understand what a person is saying, okay. Already I have told you that you have to choose your favorite, all right, so obviously you are going to understand them, right? Minimum you can do for 1 hour, 2 hour, or maximum you can do for all day long, all right. And believe it guys, it or not, but I do passive listening for 4 to 5 hours, okay. Now let's move for the plan number 2, collection of active words, vocabulary. Look, learning vocabulary every day is different game. Mugging up vocabulary every day is a different game, all right. Searching vocabulary every day is a different game, but making vocabulary active in your speech, whether it's 1 or 2, okay, this is altogether different game, and it can change the whole game guys. And how you will do it, here the plan. So point number 1 here, per day minimum 3 vocabularies, okay, minimum 3 rhythmic vocabularies and maximum 5 rhythmic vocabularies. You have to make it active. Why I said 3 and 5, why I have said 5 and 3, because I know it is quite difficult for us to make all the vocabularies active, right, in a day. Even it's quite hard for us to make 2 vocabularies active. Now I know if you are going to take at least 3 or 5, at least 1 or 2 vocabularies will be active. I have started doing this beautifully activity every day. I pick some word and I just try to make it active no matter what. So let me tell you the word which I took yesterday was authentic and prominent. Now you might be thinking these are the basic words, but I can tell you one thing, we have a lot of words in our minds, but these words are passive. These vocabularies are passive. These are not active on our tongue. That's why I was not able to use these 3 vocabularies, but as you might have noticed, I have used these 3 words in my speech. At a very first, initially I used prominent, I used MB, and I use authentic. Okay, so now these words are in my mind, and same as I have a collection of today's vocabulary. Point number 1 is you are going to grab vocab from where you are going to grab. Do not need to ask. Obviously you are not going to do active listening and you are going to do passive listening. You do a lot of things like reading and this and that, right? So grab from anywhere. The third thing is vocabulary part. Here, whether you can write it down or you can just take the screenshot in your phone, but you have to grab it. Okay, you have to take and keep it somewhere, right? Because you are going to see collection after 3 months, and then you will do after this. The best way to check the meaning for that word is don't go for meaning. I would say first directly go for the synonym. Okay, directly check what is the synonym of the word. Okay, and simply don't write, because when you talk about synonym you don't get the whole definition of that word. You just get a word very like, you know, a relatable words. So as let's suppose I have to find a word associate. Associate means link. Alright, so you have gotten one word that you have gotten the meaning, so that what you are going to do, but still if that will, you know, or not be clear by synonym, then you can find the meaning now, and you have to check the examples related to that word. Alright, the next step what you are going to do here, after checking, you will make your own sentence. You will make your own sentence here, whether 1 or 2, but don't forget this one. Okay, so okay, there is a first step hack, and you can make any vocabulary active here. All right, and let me tell you guys the hack how you can do it. These are 5 steps, but these are very simple if you put it into practical. All right, so first one is, let's suppose you have taken a word. Let's suppose the word is flawless. So you will say, okay, you have said 5-10 times in your mind and you have made this word active in your mind. Second is to take your tongue. Now you will say, I want to speak flawlessly. Some people speak flawlessly. So flawlessly you have to say at least 5 times here. You have to speak whether 5 or 10 times. You have to take this word on your tongue. Third one is make it active in your writing. Simply you can grab a sheet of paper or a piece of paper and simply you can write about this word. Fourth one is talking to someone. When you talk to someone, whether use this word in a speech, if not simply share this word with someone. The fifth step is check it over time in a day. I would say from morning to night at least 5 to 6 to 10 times, whether whatever you can just check this word over time, whether you can check it in your phone or you can check in your some notebook or wherever you have written, wherever you can write. And I bet if you follow these steps to make your vocabulary active. If you want, I also recommend some books. I will recommend you. Just let me know. I would be coming with one more video where I would be providing some tools for these upcoming months. Now the second source you can use is reading online. Reading on a screen. When it comes to online, there are again 2 things. First, you can simply go on Google. You can just find any article. I'll tell you whatever problems you have in this life, whatever questions, whatever confusions, whatever you have in your mind, I'll say to go to Google and just do some researches, and you will get the best of the best answers there. All right, and find there will be a lot of articles. You can find easiest one if you want, if not easiest. You can pick any of them and you can just start reading. All right, another thing is you can do in here in reading part, you can just download some PDFs. Okay, I would say download the PDFs, do whatever sources. So you are going to read out loud in these upcoming 3 months every day. Day means every day. All right, so if you have not developed your reading habit yet, I would say start within 15 minutes. If you have started already, I would say that's totally up to you. If you read for 30 minutes, now just make it 45 minutes or 1 hour. Okay, one disclaimer here, when you are going to read, I have seen a lot of people get confused whether I need to check each and every word because I am not able to understand the whole context. As I have already mentioned in my previous videos, it happens. We think that we are not able to understand, but if you would be moving forward with the same word, if you understand, if you go through the whole whole context, mostly the chances are you get meaning without even knowing the meaning of that word. You understand the whole para, the whole context, it happens. All right, let's move for the point number 4, which is grammar. I know here you are stuck and you have a lot of questions. Do I need to study grammar as well? Okay, because as in my videos I say that you do not need to study grammar, right? Have you seen that video? Yes, because at the first it happened neither grammar makes sense to us nor we make sense to grammar. Then worse we point any way of learning grammar, still I came across couple of suggestions for you, okay, where grammar is not going to be a burden and you will handle it very smoothly in these 3 months. I have made it very light for you. All right, here are 8 topics. These are the topics I will share in my next videos. All right, the 8 topics will help you in your vocabulary part. Okay, and these 8 topics are grammar, will help you to connect too long for sentences because that's where we are stuck. Sometimes words don't pop up, sometimes we do not able to frame or construct the sentences, and sometimes we are not able to connect two long sentences, and then we are now you can do some very simple math here. Okay, you have now 3 months. Okay, you have 8 topics. I will share in my next video. Definitely I will share 2 topics per month or 1 topic per month. You are going to have 15 days. All right, so for the topic you can just go through and pick his modal verbs. Okay, now his modal verbs are main verbs, helping verbs, and you have no idea our day-to-day life, many a time we are stuck just because of these modals. All right, so you have to dive deeper into modals. When I talk about dive deeper, you are going to study the use of should have been, should, can, could, might, these could have, should have, these I would say study conditionals. Okay, these are 0 conditionals, first, second and third conditionals. Okay, it happens in our communication. Okay, while having conversation with people, it happens we get stuck in some situations where we have to tell some imaginary sentences and where we have to tell to some past regrets, and then we are stuck because we don't know how to say something, right? If sentences starts with like these types of sentences, so study condition. Third topic, causative verbs. I was quite shocked when I got to know about positive verbs, and when I studied fourth topic is the study subject verb agreement, and very important topic in our spoken English. Why I have divided in this way, like 3 months, and every month you have to study only 2 topics or 1 topic or 1.5 topic. Why? Because what we do mostly in grammar, we just study, we just learn, we just understand, that's enough, but we skip the main part, that is practice. Okay, so that why all 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, like whatever days you want, you can just take to understand, to learn the topic, in grammar, right? But remaining days you will do practice. Fifth topic, you are going to study active passive voice. You just study, it's not that deep, but you will like it. And if you think there is no use of active passive voice when we speak in English, no, there is a use. We stuck in some kind of situations where we are not able to say anything, and here we must know that how to change this active voice into passive voice. And another point will go for tenses. If you have basic ideas about tenses, then that's good, that's great, but I would say just do a lot of practice. And even 7 topic I have taken parts of speech. So here what you are going to study, you do not need to study whole parts of speech. Here I have just taken some important topics which you can study here, and you can study adverbs, adjectives. It will help you in your vocabulary part, and you can study conjunctions and prepositions. It will help you to connect it when it help you to connecting to long sentences. Okay, so in parts of speech you are going to study preposition, conjunctions, adverbs and adjectives. All right, whether you can give 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes to a study, you have to allot the time for 15 minutes or 10 minutes of yours is a study for a study. Okay, please do it just for these 3 months, and after that you would be fluent. Then you can put everything aside, right? And then you do not need to take this burden. Then you will love and you will enjoy the process. So now 8th point is learn from grammar mistakes. Now you might be thinking, now I have to find a person who is making a lot of mistakes in grammar. Obviously not. You just have to go to the YouTube. Okay, simply search grammar mistakes, common mistakes in grammar. I'm telling you guys, you will get a lot of shorts videos, okay, and you will get a lot of videos on it, and you will just watch all that mistakes, right? So let's talk about the plan number 5, authentic speaking practice. So if you are just practicing for 5 or 10 minutes per day, now it's time to stop formality. I'm sorry, I have called it formality, but you can't be fluent just by practicing for 5 or 10 minutes per day, guys. I know 5 and 10 minutes can be a good start. I have started in a very same way. I started 2 minutes obviously with the 5 minutes, but for how long because I knew it won't help me. Practicing for 5 minutes or 3 minutes every day, it won't help me, right? So 5 to 10 minutes can be good start, but if you really want to get fluency, understand it's a good start, but you can't take it further. You have to expand, you have to increase that time period. So you have practice at least for 5 to 10 minutes. Now it's time for practice for 30 minutes per day. And if you are practicing 30 minutes per day, now it's time to practice for 1 hour. And then if you are a person that you have a good time to practice for 1 hour, you have already doing good. But if you are really want to increase your time, you will see this spare beginners practice with beginners, intermediate people, and practice with intermediate and advanced people practice with advanced. So now what's your job? And here you have to do something out of the box. All right, you have to make a pair for you where a beginner can talk intermediate. So if you dive deeper into the chain, then you can see in this way beginner can talk to lower intermediate, and lower intermediate can talk to intermediate can talk to upper intermediate, and upper intermediate can talk to the person to advance, right? So in this way, what is the pair you want to, if you are damn beginner and you are going to talk with the damn beginner person, then you are not going to learn something new. All right, and that's why what I understand in early stage in my life, I did hustling, juggling, striving, and I found people who could talk to me, want me to tell you some application. I have already made a lot of videos on it. So guys, I thought some is okay. Talk to yourself, guys. Talk to yourself. This is the thing. And by vocalizing, okay, where you just talk to yourself, you can talk any plant, you can talk any job, or your thing you can do is you can whether do shadowing. when you can do shadowing technique, where you just play a video and you can open your favorite person and you can open a video of your favoritees person and start imitating. So sixth thing and last thing, in sixth thing, the first thing will be very little because that's your choice whether you want to do it or skip, but the second point is damn important, guys. So in the plan number 6, the first thing is writing every day. You do not need to do anything, simply just grab a pen and describe, just journal, jot down anything, okay? And that's what you are going to do. I have already made a video how you have to start. That's completely your choice if you want to do or not, because obviously if you are going to start writing, it will help you to organize your thoughts, okay? For point number 2, if I talk about in 6th number, and that is damn important, guys, I have told you. And what is consistency, guys? Consistency in these 3 months, I don't know for last couple of months like how consistent you were, but I just want you to check in these 3 upcoming months how consistent you will be. Consistency and persistency, taking action, putting authentic guideline into actions, taking breaks if tired, if you feel exhausted, but not giving up. That's what we call consistency. And as I mentioned, I don't want you to enter in 2025 with this regret of not having the next version of you, not having the next level of your English. So please don't regret in 2025. Give a beautiful gift to yourself. Look, if you think today you have a problem, you have responsibilities, then listen, tomorrow you will be having more options. You will be having more responsibilities. So today is the right time. Don't think that today you have a problem, tomorrow you will be having bigger problem. And when you will be having perfect time, perfect resources and perfect knowledge, it's all about what you can do with the knowledge, time and resource you have right now, right in front of you, your hands, what you can do with that, and it matters most. So don't wait for opportunities. Opportunities are already there right in front of you. So just grab it and make it and show the world that you can do it. So don't take major time for minor things. It's not that you are busy. I'm busy, so let it be. I'm keeping eye on you. So guys, I think this video will help you a lot. If it is helps you, definitely you can just come after 3 months and comment down in my video in the comment box that yes, it works. So guys, that's it for today's video. I think you like the video. If you like the video, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching and bye bye. Take care.